This might be...
I thought it was perfect.
I don't want to jump off course, but this might be one of the biggest differences between the Marvel Universe and the DC Universe that has been set up so far.
Curious to hear what you're about to say right now.
Marvel is so ingrained in technology. Everybody has something. Is either a fucking technological genius, even though the Hulk's a raging badass, he's still like a tech fucking guy and can figure shit out.
He's not a tech guy. He's a doctor.
Using technology and
I'm just saying he's not like Iron Man. He's a doctor.
Outside of Cap, because he's fucking 200 years old, everybody knows something and has. I mean, even Spider-Man's suit was like all ingrained and stuff. Even though it wasn't Peter Parker, but Peter is also fucking superhuman smart and is the leader of everything. You look at
the
DC,
leader of everything.
but you look at DC and just on a general sense, yes, we have Batman. He doesn't have any superpowers, so he has to be tech smart and have money.
Right.
Outside of that, Wonder Woman's ancient. Superman's just a fucking alien, and it's not based on technology. I feel like if you take technology out of the Marvel universe, I mean, especially Iron Man, he is technology.
Yeah.
And without it,
he
literally is nothing.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Tony Stark is a nobody. And you might be able
billionaire, philanthropist, playboy, whatever.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
But you take the money away from Bruce Wayne, and he's still like a black belt, and he can still do like detective skills.
Trained assassin.
Yeah.
And,
He would still murder people if he had a sword.
Horse fists.
He would die, but he would still do some damage.
I see what you mean. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, though.
No. And it was more of just, and I do lean towards DC always and forever, and I agree with Marvel.
Never.
I will always lean towards it. I familiarize myself with it more often. I'm not, and it's not saying anything because their movies have been shit compared to.
Yes.
But in a general sense, movies that weren't the start of anything.
True.
It's the DC universe and the Marvel universe, and now we're just making movies about that.
Right.
So DC's always been there. Marvel's never been there because fuck that. No. Spider-Man's
Wait,
great.
what do you mean Marvel's never been there? What do you mean?
No. It's just it's a reaction. It's an after fact.
Of what?
Stanley, what is there 10, 15 years between the beginning of DC?
What I'm saying is both comic companies have a very big following and a very rich history, and now their cinematic universes have started.
This is going to piss a lot of people off.
A whole new train
There are
of
only
things.
2 comic companies.
Ish. It's not true.
You
Dark
have 1,
Horse
2,
is still out there.
and then 3.
Whatever. But you know what I'm saying. The Marvel universes and DC universes have both been there for an equal amount of time, pretty much.
I thought there was like a 20-year difference.
I don't know. Just saying. I'm just talking shit.
Batman's been around since like the late 30s.
With the exception of
Spider-Man,
a few, but do you think it was just Marvel and DC since like the 20s? Like there's been...
No, that's what I'm saying. Marvel hasn't been around since the 20s.
But they've been around since like the 50s. It's pretty close.
Stop saying they. Marvel has been around. Look it up. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought Marvel's been around since like the 60s. DC's been around since like the 30s.
Either way, it's pretty
What do you
close.
mean either way? That's 30 years.
My point is that they
I'm
are
probably
using
wrong,
the
so it doesn't matter.
cinematic universe. Yeah, probably. They're using the cinematic universes to restart the entire storyline of Marvel and of DC.
Yeah.
So in that respect, they're equal. They both have a fucking shit ton of superheroes and villains. They both have giant fan bases. They both have the capability to make good movies, and they've restarted things over with Iron Man and with Man of Steel. And from there, things have kicked off, and Marvel's killed it, and DC's fucked up.
Marvel is also fucked up.
A few times, but not nearly as much.
There's only 4 DC movies. I will always fight for DC.
I know.
Because I like it.
That's okay.
And it's just, Marvel has had 20 years almost. I'm going, 17 years of let's try things out. 19 Iron Mans. We've had 3 Hulks.
Well, all right, so
two of the Hulks sucked fucking ass.
The first Iron Man was 2008, so they've been doing it for 9 years.
What about the X-Men movie? That's Sony?
That doesn't count. And even the first Hulk movie that came out, that doesn't count either. We're talking about Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And
started
the
with Iron Man.
4 bitches. The
Fantastic
Incredible
Four,
Four.
that doesn't count either.
Incredible
X-Men doesn't
Four.
count. Logan doesn't count. Deadpool doesn't count.
DC. Okay, there we go. So there is a small difference.
34 and 39.
Handful said DC was 1934, Marvel was 1939. Who was the first Marvel? Because I know DC, it was Superman, I think.
And
Superman.
I would imagine that Marvel's first was Captain America.
I bet so too.
I would guess.
Yeah.
Because 39 was right around the time of World War II, right?
It was World War II.
Yeah,
we just
exactly.
weren't.
There you go.
America wasn't involved yet. It wasn't. Captain America.
So, a handful of sneakers just commented, DC's first superhero was Superman. Marvel's was the Human Torch? ? What the fuck? I did not know that at all.
We have to confirm this because I don't believe it.
He's hammering on lemonade right now.
What
They
okay.
filled all these beers too much because I tried to pour the first two out and I gave up on the
it
last
just
one
dribbled
because
everywhere.
it just fucking my shorts are drunk right now.
saturated.
But anyways, all right. So enough of the DC versus Marvel shits.